this is where I want to cover the blues, because you can't cover funk without covering the blues. And the thing that they most have in common are the chord voicings, because the chord voicings are very basic, but they're related because they're not complex and jazzy. They're not sophisticated sounding until you get into soul styles of music later. But like blues is really cool because in one spot you can have many chords, right? And this is going to seg nice into the rock and roll part of it, but we have and then we can go to C. Basic G, C, D pattern. A lot can be done there, you know. But for blues music, as the genre is concerned, the modern genre of electric blues and acoustic blues, there's not a lot of major chords in it unless you're really traditional. This little unit of this G6 chord and this F6 chord is and then just like Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. There's our dominant D7, C7, and back to our G chord. So I look at the G chord as like one chord, or two, sorry, I look at the G chord, the first chord in the blues progression, as two different chords. And funk works on this principle. You know, these triangle shapes and this L shape.
What was the second chord after the G that you playing G and then you're resolving to what?
It's an F6.
Okay.
I'm just. There's a dominant chord. G dominant before the C7. Here I'll do a bebop change. There's the A minor 7. There's the D7. 1, 6, 2, 5. Right. I hope I'm not going too fast. I want people to remember these triangle shapes. Right, because the chord shape is the thing to experiment with. Your ear and your listening and the playlist we've given you and all my you know, the theory stuff that I'm spewing. The details don't really matter. It's where it fits into the genre and the sound it makes that's most important.
So real quickly, because you emphasized the triangle shapes, show us, you know, again, triangle shape, a triangle shape.
Well, it's like your fingers are connecting the dots of a particular scale and with 3 notes, right? So everything's going to be a triangle shape, but the dominant, the D7 shapes are going to be...
Right.
And so
you kind of mean triangle shapes because it's a 3-note chord
it's
and you can connect those dots.
Yeah. Right, and... So it's just something really basic to mess around with. I mean, you can learn to play something and then dissect the theory of it, of why it works that way later. Mm-hmm. But it tends to confuse people if you explain why it is the way it is and then you show them how to do it. They feel like they aren't doing it right.
Right.
You know, so there's a lot of playing around, but these are guitar chords too. I mean, you know, there's with the exception of the first string, you know, these are voicings that are a part of a language, and I just learned those on the banjo. And, you know, it takes some finesse to play them with the 3 picks. You know, you don't want to play them too light or too hard. You want to play them all at the same time or play them as a little quick triplet.